How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to The Business Blueprint on Good Morning Gwinnett, where host Audrey Bell Kearney shares practical business ideas for aspiring entrepreneurs. Streaming Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m., this show is all about helping people start businesses for $500 or less. Audrey breaks down simple, affordable ways to turn ideas into income, because success starts with smart, strategic moves. Get ready to take action and build something great.
Good morning, good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 46 degrees, going up to a high of 66. So that's beautiful. Yeah, it's a little chillier than it was last week, but that's okay. It's still beautiful. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your day. I am. I did a 6 o'clock accountability call this morning. It was so cool, though. And I made sure that I got up because I know that sometimes I go to bed really late, like 2, 3 o'clock, and I will not get up at 6 or 7. And but I made sure, but I didn't. I went to bed early, but I made sure that I was on the call because I set my clock early enough so I can get up and get on the accountability call. And it was a really good call. And I really appreciate Janelle Jones for actually putting this together. She was in the military. It's so funny, y'all, because she is military. And so she had a rough upbringing. She told us about that this morning. So that kind of shaped who she was. So having this rough kind of childhood and then this military life, she's very like structured. And so she had us on an accountability call at 6 a.m. this morning, which is cool. So we're gonna do that every Tuesday. So I'm cool. Now I get up Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 o'clock anyway, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays I get up at 6:30. But now I'm gonna be getting up at 5:50 so I can jump on this call at 6 o'clock. And luckily we don't have to show our faces because that would be a whole nother monster. Anyway, let's get this show started. Today I'm talking about how to generate a AI powered recipe generator. Now, let me tell you something. Y'all know I talk about this all the time, and I'm talking about this because I want you to understand like how amazing these tools are right now. And yeah, all the time because they really are amazing. So you can create pretty much any kind of tool you want. Now, you may say to yourself, well, who the heck want to buy a recipe tool? Well, people that don't know how to cook. All right. People, my daughter she always go on and find like these amazing recipes. Like she called me yesterday and she's like, I got a recipe for you. Now, I don't know where she get it from. So the recipe was ravioli, cheese, 6 cheese ravioli. I don't even know where you get 6 cheese ravioli from, but it was 6 cheese ravioli. It was marinara sauce. It was or spaghetti sauce. It was mozzarella cheese. It was spicy Italian ground sausage. And she put all this together and she put everything on top of she made like a lasagna out of ravioli. And she said it was delicious. So people who like to cook and want new recipes, they're the ones that would buy a recipe generator. They were some people that love to cook and they can't, people that want to learn how to cook and they're trying to impress somebody and they just don't know what to do, they would buy that. And I wholeheartedly believe that. But here's the other thing. When you think about a recipe generator, it doesn't have to be just a generator. It could be just a generator where they go in there and they pay $3-$4.99 a month and they generate new recipes. But you can turn that into an app, right? Embed the generator inside of it and have it send out daily recipes like automatically. You could do that. That kind of stuff, right? So you may be thinking, okay, Audrey, that sounds amazing, but I don't see how to make money with that. So let's talk about the money first. Let's talk about the business model and what that looks like. So there's this young man, I think he's like 24 years old. He did a calorie counting app. A calorie counting app. And what happens is if you're eating something, you can open the app up, take a picture of what you're eating, and it tells you about how many calories is in that dish. So you don't have to guess about how many calories are in the dish because it's going to take a picture. It's going to analyze everything on your plate and it's going to give you a calorie count. Well, he's doing millions of dollars with something so simple. Why? Because people are tracking their calories. And so, if for me, like I'll eat something and I'm thinking, I don't know how many calories is it. So before I eat, I have to sit down and say, okay, I got a quarter cup of cheese that's got this many calories. I got, two slices of bacon. That's how I do mine. So because I eat the same thing every day, I pretty much know what that is. That's my omelet. Pretty much know the calorie count. But if I'm eating something that I've never eaten before, I don't have a clue. So now I got, especially if you're out at a restaurant, right? You're out somewhere, you're trying to really, take care of yourself and figure out what you're eating, make sure your calories are good and all that kind of stuff. If you are out at a restaurant, you're having a dish you never tried, but you have no idea how many calories are in that. So you can take a picture and it gives you an idea. He makes millions off of that app. It is a calorie counting app. And I'm sure he doesn't have the only one on the market. I'm sure he doesn't. Now, you can make it as a subscription, but then you got to give it some other stuff. You may do meal planning inside of the model. You may do like shopping lists, calorie tracking, things like that. You may say this is a AI recipe generators just for keto people because again, people on keto, they want to make sure they stay on keto. They want to make sure that what they're having for a meal doesn't have any sugar in it or carbs in it or whatever because they're trying to get into ketosis. So you may say, I'm gonna do a recipe generator just for the keto people. And that generator is gonna spit out nothing but keto recipes. I'm giving away $1 million idea right now. I just hear it. I hear it coming out my mouth. But here's the thing, go do it. And you can charge a fee for that. You could charge a fee for that, right? You could charge a one-time fee where they pay like one time to get it. Could be like 99 cents. You could do like sell for a lifetime for $99. They get to use it for now. Now let me say this. A lifetime for $99, you may get a bunch of people that sign up at the beginning, and that may be a good way to like get it out there to the market and people just buy it, and then you can flip it later and say, okay, the people that locked in at $99 for a lifetime, they got it for a lifetime. But those of you, and that could be like I'm running this special for the launch. It's only gonna be 30 days. Lock in for that $99 for the lifetime. Everybody else gotta pay $9.99 a month or $99 a year. But the people that lock in at the $99 for the lifetime, they locked in. But that gives you a good upfront bit of money, right? All right. You may be able to do let me say this, Amazon. Now Amazon, I know people are mad at Amazon right now. I get it. But where else am I gonna shop? I don't shop at Walmart anyway or Target or any of those places, but I do shop at Amazon. I'm a little mad at Jeff myself. But here's the thing. If you have your model create recipes every day, right? And you are an Amazon affiliate or an Amazon associate, and your recipe generator is spitting out recipes every day that people can go to Amazon Fresh and buy. If you are an associate, all you gotta do is go to Amazon, right, and put your associate pick a product, put your associate link, attach your associate link to that product, put it inside of the daily recipe, and when people click on that to go to Amazon to buy, you make money. But here's the thing, you may put in there some mozzarella cheese that you found that was like, aged really well and all that stuff, but you can only get it on Amazon. And when they click on it to go to Amazon to buy it, they get the cheese. But while they're there, Amazon has a sale on a computer. Amazon has a sale on spring bedding. Amazon has a sale on spring artwork. And they decide, since I'm getting this cheese, let me go ahead and get this new comforter set. You make money off all of that. So you got to think smart, right? Yes, you can go in there and do Amazon Fresh, become an affiliate for that. I'm an affiliate for Amazon. Like a lot of my articles, you'll see an affiliate link to Amazon. Why? Because Amazon is a business model for me. Like I create a lot of content. I don't want to make all these things that I want to talk about inside of my content. Amazon has a great list of people, things, objects, products that you can just sell. You can start a whole blog just about, I don't know, cheese, which is what I did. I did do that. I didn't finish it though. I was like, okay, much as I love cheese, do I want to talk about cheese every day? But here's the thing, go to Amazon, find 52 pieces, different styles of cheese, and there are thousands of types of cheese. I know because I have a list of them. Create recipes for that. Go and get the cheese off Amazon. Drop the link inside the article. Now they gotta go buy the cheese from Amazon because 9 times out of 10, it is a really hard to find cheese that you just can't walk into a Kroger and find. You can find some gourmet cheeses, but this particular cheese you may not be able to go into a Kroger and find. But here's what you do: you drop your Amazon link. So this is a business model that you can use. Another business model that you can use is if you're creating this AI recipe generator, right? And you've already figured it out, you may be able to white label this to other people. Which what does white labeling mean? That means that you've created something that more people want, but they don't know how to create it and they don't want to create it, nor do they have the money to create it because it may take a lot of money. So what you do is you do a version of it for them with their branding on it. That's called white labeling. All your branding is removed and you just white label it. I was in the car yesterday going to a meeting, and this guy was on, I was listening to a podcast, and he was talking about some kind of cellular, um, some kind of infrared cellular something they put inside some clothes, right? Because infrared is supposed to heal your body, it's supposed to heal you and renew you and all that kind of stuff. I have an infrared lamp in my bedroom, and it's supposed to like renew you, regenerate you. It's like a part of the regenerative health, right? So anyway, they have come up with a way to embed these infrared things inside of clothing, and so it is activated from body heat. And they came up with the technology for it, but Under Armour and a bunch of other companies is white labeling that their technology under their brand. That's called white labeling. Under Armour didn't come up with the technology. They don't hold a patent for it. But here's the thing. Under Armour say, you know what, we're gonna pay this company right here and we're gonna slap our brand on this. It's gonna be an Under Armour product. What was interesting, the guy said, was that they don't have products. Like they have the technology, but they have no products. But they license their technology to other people who then pay a white labeling fee for that license, and now they sell it under their brand. That's white labeling. That's almost like franchising. Think about that for a second. You could create a AI recipe generator and franchise it out for a licensing fee annually, right? Now there's two different terminologies. Let me back up. Licensing means they get to use the name, and white labeling, license, kind of like the same thing. Franchising, you got to be very careful. So don't say franchise. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what it looks like. White labeling could be just like look like it can look just like franchising without all of the regulations and stipulation that go along with franchising. Franchising is a lot harder than white labeling and affiliate marketing, right? Affiliate marketing is another thing you can do. If there is a fee attached to your recipe generator, you can say, hey, listen, help me market this, and when you market it, you make $10. There are affiliate marketers out there like gyms. Like the gym person may say, well, I don't want the tool, but I don't mind helping you market it because I know people that I work with, they're trying to lose weight, they're trying to come up with healthy recipes. I'll help you market it. There may be gyms that'll help you market it. I'll give you a prime example. At Crunch Gym, Crunch Fitness, Crunch Fitness has a marketing program built into Crunch Fitness. So when people are working out, there are TV screens in front of the bikes and the treadmills, and members can pay up $150. This is what it cost last year, but $150, and their banner will scroll across the TV and people can see it. That's marketing. So if you know that you have a app generator and you want to work with the gym, you can probably go to Crunch and say, "Hey, I want to be a part of this marketing plan," and let your banner roll across the screen. And now people that are sitting there, they're going, "Okay, okay, that's a carb-free recipe generator that I can do at home." Oh, wait a minute. Let me scan the QR code. So they're standing there with their phone in their hand, looking up at the TV. They can scan your QR code and become a part of your ecosystem. All right, so I hope that makes sense. That's the business model. And if you seem a little confused, don't worry. The entire business blueprint is at goodmorninggwinnett.com. You can go and read the whole thing. All right, let's look at the target audience. This recipe targeting app, we talked about this kind of at the beginning. All right, there are people who definitely want to know how to cook. They want to know how to cook. They don't know how to cook anything. They want to know how to cook, so they need recipes. This is a great thing for them. They can go in a grocery store, they can type in a recipe, and they can get everything on the list. They don't have to write it on a piece of paper because it's inside of the app, right? So now they can make the kind of the meals they want. There are people who have dietary restrictions who don't know like what they should and should be eating because we don't know what's in the food most of the time. Let me just be straight up and honest. They don't know if it's gluten, if it's vegan, is it key, because we just don't know. There are labels on organic. There are foods that's labeled organic that are really aren't organic. So they may not notice, but if they have the app, and the app is your recipe generator is programmed with like the companies that put out real organic food, because you can put that inside of there. Now they know, okay, I need to go and look for this brand. And you have done your homework because you said, look, I know that these people 100 USDA certified organic, and I want all of their products. And I know this company is 100 USDA certified organic, and I want all their products inside of your recipe generator. So now when people go to the store and they click in organic, I don't know, tomatoes, the companies that you've programmed inside of your recipe generator is there for them to look up. People who like to meal prep, I need to do this more, because if I did this more, I probably would eat better. But I'm on the go all the time, so I probably don't eat as best I could. But meal preppers, they want to know how to meal prep. They want to know what they need to buy. They need to know what's going to go bad, what's not going to go bad, what should be frozen, what can stay in the refrigerator. They need to know all this stuff.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to chumbacasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa Welcome Bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games, all for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Now they have the recipe generator to help them out. And then you got food bloggers and YouTubers. I remember watching this. You got to watch this. This was really good. This is back when blogging first came out. The movie was called Julia and Julia. I thought that was such a good movie. So Julia Childs had a cooking show. It's old, y'all. Go look Julia Childs up. She had a cooking show, and she would get on there and she would make recipes on TV. Right? This was before Rachel Ray and Martha Stewart and B. Smith. It was way before them. It was Julia Childs. So Julia Childs would get on there, and she had this really funny voice, and she would make these recipes and stuff like that. So that's what she did. But then she had a cookbook that she put out. She probably put out a bunch of cookbooks. But then in the movie, the young lady went and bought Julia Child's cookbook, and she decided that she was gonna make one of the recipes every day for 365 days. So every day she would be running to the grocery store, getting all of the ingredients for the recipes. It is a great movie. So why am I telling you that story? Because she was a food blogger. So what she would do is she would blog about what she did and what recipes she made from Julia Child's cookbook. Now, I don't know if Amazon had an associate program back then, but here's the thing. If that's something you think you want to do, you go to Amazon, you get the book. That's a link inside the blog post. That's a link inside your YouTube channel. Then you go and you get the food, all the food, right? Again, if you can get it from Amazon Fresh, that's a link inside the bio. That's a link inside the blog. That's a link inside the YouTube. Now people are watching you making these dishes, and if it's your app, you can go your tool, your recipe generator. You can say, listen, all of my recipes that I'm making are listed inside the generator. Right? And then here's another good one. Restaurants that are experimenting with new dishes. When I tell y'all I came up with some of the most amazing recipes when I was doing my cheese blog, I stopped doing it. I was like, I don't know how many ways people could eat macaroni and cheese. I think I was just kind of closed-minded at the time. But I want to say I probably did 5 or 6 different types of macaroni and cheese, all these different types of cheeses. That thing, ChatGPT gave me so many ideas for different kinds of cheeses. It was crazy. Now, I believe if I had kept that going, I don't know, I just couldn't get passionate about it. As much as I like cheese, I could not get passionate about it. I tried it, but it didn't stick. But I did get some subscribers on YouTube. I probably would have blew up on YouTube if I kept doing it. Now, if I started cooking with the cheese, that probably blow all the way up. But anyway, restaurants are experimenting with new dishes, so they're looking for like a new way to make something. So instead of going to ChatGPT, they may be sitting inside of their restaurant and just type in inside of the AI recipe generator, hey, give me a recipe based on whatever. And then they get this whole recipe, and then they get a shopping list, and then they get links to the shopping list that goes to a cart on Amazon. They just click the cart, and then now the food comes, and now they make the recipe. I'm just saying. So these are some ways for you to monetize. These are some audience that you can sell to. Let's talk about how much money it's going to cost. Now remember, on the blueprint, I try to come up with ways for you to start these businesses that cost less than $500 or less. The fees could go up, the startup costs could go up, but if you keep it lean and mean, you're gonna always fall below $500. Now, what do I mean by that? You got to find an AI tool that you want to use. Now, for this one, you may have to spend a little bit more money, maybe not, because if you use something like Bolt.new, 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 it's $20 a month. I have a subscription set. I pay $20. It write code for you. It will even create the web page for you. So maybe not. It may not be. If I say, hey, I'll create me an AI, maybe I'm gonna do this when I get finished too. I'm gonna do that. Create me a I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go in there and tell it create me a recipe generator because I just want to see what it's gonna create. But it creates it like in 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. So you may have to pay a little bit more money. Now, if your tool is super complicated, I could tell you that you could spend a lot of money on Bolt.new. I created a tool that was really complicated and I spent the first $20, which gives you something like 10 million credits or something. And that sounds like a lot, except for every time you make a change, it burns like 100,000 of tokens. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I got all the way down one time to like, I think like 100 tokens. You can't do anything with that. So I had to go and pay more money. It was like re-upping at the casino. I'm like, hold on now. So that could be a little pricey. So remember, if it's super complicated, you could definitely spend a lot of money on those platforms. Now, web hosting. Web hosting normally not a lot. You probably pay like $100 a year, if that. $100 monthly a year, not a month, a year. A domain name you can $10 to $30 a year, depending on where you get them. I get my domain names from GoDaddy, and normally it's $11.99 plus tax comes out to $12.17.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Marketing. This is where you're going to spend most of your money on marketing. Not even on your logo, because you can go to Canva and create the most amazing logos. I'm sorry, graphic artists. It's where we are right now. Like these, I create logos all the time. They are beautiful. I'm like, that's amazing. I created one for I got one called a Fairy Boss Mother, and it is. I'm doing the Fairy Boss Mother on another platform, and it's just me talking every day, just talking. Probably at the end of the day, talking about building Good Morning Gwinnett, but it's called Fairy Boss Mother, and that mother freaking thing is so gorgeous. I was like, this is gorgeous. So sorry, y'all. Listen, you can go get your logo on Canva. You can go to Leonardo, which I use Canva and Leonardo. I'll use both of them, and I spend what $24 for the two. But if I just use one, I'll only spend like $13. So you can do your logo. Marketing is where you're gonna spend your money because even registering your business, depending on where you are, could be anywhere from $100 to $500. I don't know where you live, but most places like $150, right? Um, Creating content for your blog. Now that's you. That's all you think. I will tell you this: if you're gonna be putting it if you're gonna create content for a blog, you want to get like a SEO ranker counter tool that's built inside of your blog so you can know if your blog is doing well. I have one built into mine. So if you guys have heard me say before, when I go and do my headlines, I'm waiting for my little thing to go green to know that my headline is good. I'm waiting for my SEO to go green so I can make sure my SEO is good. If it doesn't go green, I have to keep tweaking the article until everything is green the way I want it. Some things never go green. Like some headlines I use never go green because they just aren't meant to go green, especially when there's local stuff. It just doesn't go green. So I make sure that my SEO inside of my meta description and all of that stuff is very location specific. So when people are searching for Lawrenceville, Georgia, Snellville, Georgia, chances are I will pop up. I won't pop up by the headline so much, but I may pop up because of the meta description. I know that sounds like a lot. It is. That's why I'm telling you, if you're going to create content for your platform, and you absolutely should. I know people saying, I don't need a blog. If you have a website, your website should have a blog. Why? Because you need to go there and keep people updated about what you're doing. If you make a new iteration on your tool, your AI recipe tool, you need to go in there and you need to post something about it. Hey, these are the updates, because you're building a community around this tool. It's not just one person that's going to use your tool. Even if you white label it, you're still building a community around it. And if you never label it, you're building a community of clients around the tool, and they're creating great recipes. And this is the other thing: have them submit some of their recipes, and then post it as a blog post and say, "This came from Susie Two out in Grapevine, California, and this is what she created." Excuse me. And this way now you put Susie Q out there and she's getting her little accolades for the thing that she created with your tool, right? So you wanna have a blog post on your website. Yes, you can have social media, YouTube, and you can have, LinkedIn, you can have TikTok and Instagram, you can have all of those, Facebook, but you need your own website with your own blog on your own website. That's what I'm saying. All right. And then some API integration, that's a little bit more costly, but you don't need that just yet. That's going to be like your second phase. So your startup cost, even though when you look at the website, it says $1,000 to $500, what I just really said is really $500. You can go to 1,000 because you can spend a lot of money on marketing. Right. So these are your startup costs. Go to the website, goodmorninggwinnett.com. You can see the startup costs. You can see exactly like, what you're looking at. Now let's look at some pros, and I got tools there. So I love Pickaxe, but Pickaxe may not be like the best one for this. But I have the essential tools there for you to use too. Like Pickaxe can help you build it. Bubble.io is a great platform to build. However, you got to know something about that, and if you don't know, you got to go find somebody to do it. Now the thing about that is, if you go and find somebody to do it for you, chances are they're gonna charge you more than $500. If your budget allows that, then go ahead and do it, because you're gonna get your money back if you market. Let me put that little caveat in there. You will get the money back if you market. If you don't market, you're not gonna get it. All right, let's talk about some pros and cons. To start this tool is low startup cost. That's why I'm doing it. You can do a subscription based model. You can do an affiliate model. You can do a white labeling model. All of these different models. That's to make your money back. Um, You can also build a broad audience, because people got all kind of different dietary needs, and it's an easy expansion into meal planning and grocery integration. So that's the pros. Let's look at the cons. All right, it may be a high competition in the food tech space. You may have some competition. Here's the thing: find your audience. All you gotta do is go to ChatGPT and say, "Look, I know that there are recipe generators out there, but I want a unique audience of people that I can make be specific. I can make a six-figure business out of, based on this unique audience of people who could use a food generator." Be specific about that. Chat GPT is going to give you some industries that are not so competitive. This is where you plant your flag and build your thing and find your tribe, right? Um, AI models may need continuous updates to improve accuracy, yes, but that's not a thing that you can really handle. Like that's the person that, like, if you're using Chat GPT or whatever AI model you're using, that's up to the person that owns that platform to update it continuously so it can be accurate, right? If you're doing like a recipe generator, I don't know how much. I mean, you want to make sure your accuracy is okay, but I don't know how accurate it can be because it's generating something new. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So when the person get it, they're not gonna know like, oh, okay, this is the same. It's not. It's gonna be something different because they're gonna say something different when they ask for what they're asking for. Um, you got to do marketing. Now they this is listed as a con because a lot of people. I was talking to somebody this morning. I know businesses that went out of business because they didn't market. Hell, I almost went out of business because my marketing wasn't up to par. So you got to do the marketing. I woke up this morning with a marketing plan like I always do for this show. And I was like, okay, I need to do this, and this, and this. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you got to do it so you can gain some traction. Right. And then you got some people who they may like traditional recipe sites, but that's not your audience. You're looking for the person that's on the go who want this generator. Um, and they want to do something quick. They may even want to generate a smoothie quick. Like I need a quick smoothie that's not so dirty, that's not gonna make me feel bloated. I want that. So those are some pros and cons. You got your launch plan here, so you can go check out the website, check goodmorninggwinnett.com. It has a launch plan like what you need to do from week 1, then week 1 to 2, weeks 3 to 4, weeks 5, because I need you to understand that this could be a viable business, and I want to give you the tools necessary. Now you're gonna have to do a little bit more homework, but this is the blueprint. Like this is to help you get started. Get started. And then just kind of grow your wings on the way down. But there's so many case studies out there for you to follow. You don't have to grow your wings on the way down. So you don't have to land so hard. Let me say, you can grow your wings on the way down. You just don't have to land that hard. Okay? All right. So listen, I hope that this help was helpful. If you decide to go ahead and create that recipe generator, let me know. I would love to know that you created a recipe generator. You can find me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett, on YouTube at Good Morning Gwinnett, and on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. Hit me up, DM me, say, Audrey, I did it. I did the recipe generator, and this is what happened. I did it. So let me know, because I will be very interested to know like what you created, and let's share it. Let's get it. Listen, I talk to people all around the world. Let's get it out there for the folks to see. Let them learn about what you're doing. Come back. It's like, Audrey, I did it. I want to come on the show. I want to talk about it. All right? All right. All right, that's all I got for you. Listen, thank you again for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 29 minutes with me. I sound like a short show. And I love and appreciate you for that. If you miss any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to check out past episodes. And do me a favor, buy me a cup of coffee. My daughter was telling me about some kind of caramel something coffee. Buy me a cup of coffee and share the show with 2 friends. There is a link that says buy me a cup of coffee inside of the description of the show. So just click the link and you can buy me some coffee. I would appreciate that, because it is early in the morning and a cup of coffee would do me well. And listen, they may even have a gift certificate where you can deliver coffee. I don't even know, maybe. But anyway, thank you again for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Business Blueprint on Good Morning Gwinnett. Thank you for tuning in and spending time with us. If you found value in today's show, consider supporting us for just $5.99 a month. Every contribution helps keep this content coming your way. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Good Morning Gwinnett for even more great content. And if you know someone who could use this information, share the show with at least 2 friends. Let's grow this community together. Until next time, stay inspired and keep building your blueprint for success.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.